Hey everyone, it's Jakov, and I'm back again today with a new video. Today's being a battle replay of Last Alliance Total War, a mod for Total War Shogun 2. In today's video, an army of Khazad-dûm with double the funds will be having a 1 against 2 match against Edhellond and the Kingdom of Numenor. The mod creator herself, Sarah Temmer, is playing as the dwarves, while Makieken13 plays as Numenor, and Ellen Enish, a subscriber who has sent in many of the Dauntless Days battles, plays as Edhellond. Many thanks to Darth Ellanus for sending me this battle replay on the Last Alliance Discord server, and if any of you guys want to send me battle replays to cover, send them to my email linked to my channel's description, or send them to me over Discord, be it directly or the servers for the mods I play. With all that said, let's get into the battle. And we'll put into slow motion first. So, checking out the Edhellond army, their general unit is Prince Amroth, or King Amroth at this point, leading a unit of the Khazad-dûm Swan Guard. In support, they've got a unit of the Swan Lancers. Here we've got some Khazad-dûm household, they're stealth archers. They're beginning archers, I don't think they are quite stealth actually. In the back we've got a couple of units of Numenorian spearmen. In the front, some Numenorian hunters, more hunters, Numenorian armoured swordsmen. Who are these guys? Tarmiriel, the Queen of Numenor, who I believe is also appearing in the Rings of Power, although she looks quite a bit different. More hunters, and then back here, more armoured swordsmen. Extending the line, they've got a couple of units of spearmen. Then, checking on the other side of the map, we've got the real strength of the Khazad-dûm. We've got a couple of units of the Khazad-dûm March Wardens, which are an actual stealth unit that can shoot without being seen. And then we've got a couple of units of the Khazad-dûm Shock Troops, who can advance without being seen, as long as they're walking and not running. So yeah, pretty cool force. Then turning to the Kingdom of Khazad-dûm, they've generally got a heavy... Wow, that lagged bad there for a second. Generally heavy infantry force. They've got a couple of units of the Khazad-dûm warriors, and I just love that head crest that their officer wears. Yeah, more units of the warriors. Some of their engineers back here. These are the guys that dual-wield crossbows. Then, right at the back, you've got the Khazad-dûm hammerers, their elite shock infantry. I think this is their general over here. No more hammer. No, here is the general. Durin the Fourth, leading his Durin Guard, Durin High Guard, and there's the king himself. Then turning to the rest of their army, they've got a couple of units of warriors on the flanks, and in the center of their line, the Khazad-dûm Great Shields, their heavy spearmen, although these guys are wielding halberds more so, but still. Then in their front lines, they've got units of the crossbowmen, more crossbowmen, and their tunnel guard, which are their basic sword infantry. Yeah, then more great shields, and more warriors in the back. So yeah, very much a heavy infantry force, but one that does have a significant amount of range power in the form of the crossbowmen, although they lack cavalry entirely, which makes sense, given that Khazad-dûm does not have cavalry. Then the Khazad-dûm force more or less is relying on, yeah, they're the stealth units, and Gondor has gone for a, well, not Gondor, Numenor I should say. The Kingdom of Numenor has gone for a pretty standard infantry-based army. Both armies going around the flanks, so may as well put it into play and see what happens. And, well, yeah, they're charging alright. I'm going to pause it for a second, because I want to get a good look at them on the charge. I'm pretty sure we can hear the sound effects, and if we can't, we're going to have an issue, because I swear I put on these sound effects before. So I'm going to check the sounds, because if not, it's really pissing me off. Because yeah, speech is on, and effects are on. Well, I swear I had the effects on before, but anyway, we'll turn back, resume battle, and press play. And so sorry about that, guys. I swear I checked before the music was on, and the sound was on, I should say. And in they go. And if you're wondering about the music, I think it's copyright claimed. There's a bit of a lag there, and in they go, straight into the... Which unit have they hit?
Our men are under attack. We must act now!
The Khazad-dûm Tunnel Guard. You can hear the general arguing. Well, your advisor talking. The crossbowmen are just loosing into them. Dual-wielding shots. Very cool. And personally, I don't think that was a good charge. I Like, it's triggered the battle to begin, but you just killed 10 units of the Khazad-dûm Tunnel Guard and didn't really accomplish much. Now they're swinging around. This is smart. They're gonna, but still getting shot at, so still not quite as great. Now they're charging in. They capture these warriors off, and yep, I'd say that's a far better charge. And the Swan Lancers are coming in. Who are they going to hit? But as them, I'd aim for these. No, they're going to crash straight into the warriors, and they get shot at again. I don't know. I'm liking the charges. I just think they could be a bit better. Like, there's far better units to target. Right here, this is what you should be going for. Right into the crossbowmen. But instead, they're getting picked off. Which, yeah, probably not a good idea because you're going to waste the cavalry doing this. And, I mean, the general's already been pushed back. Again, focus on their infantry that are caught out. Like right here, they're going to charge them. Yep, I don't think this is a good charge. Yeah. Like, they definitely kill some of them, but they're open to crossbow fire and they are just being slaughtered. A couple of them charge in among the crossbowmen, and this is better. Slaughter the crossbowmen and you'll have not an easy victory, but the path will be more assured. And again, going back to that sound issue, I'm so sorry. I swear that there must be something wrong with this. Yeah, now they're just getting absolutely slaughtered by crossbowmen. And I forgot to say, the shock troops have come out and are attacking the warriors. So nice to see that little deployment. Hammer and anvil. Break them unit by unit. That unit of Swan Lancers is going to be gone any time now. Yeah, there's only 12 of them left. General's got 28 warriors left, not the greatest. He's going to charge into the hammers. Aren't necessarily the worst target if you catch them off guard, but now that they're front on and the art crossbowmen are there, yeah, it's going to be a nasty. Just the sheer volume of crossbow bolts is insane. And there goes the unit. Somehow not shattered. Turning back to it. The archers of Edhellond are deploying, but their shock infantry aren't doing too well here. Oh yeah, you can just see this massive archery duel. Get rid of the HUD. Let's see what it looks like as they send in another volley. And they're going to fire. I think they're firing sequentially. Yep. That's it. So yeah, this unit's not going too well. The hammers are definitely taking them apart, which makes sense. Hitting the hammers with the crossbows though, not a bad idea. Although again, I'd probably, I don't know, it's difficult to say. Had the cavalry cleared the crossbowmen, you could have then focused your ranged forces on the hammers, but as it stands, that's likely not going to happen. Let's see who wins this duel between these guys. Well, physically that's not possible. You can't stab someone through the head with a warhammer, but you know, anything's possible. And Numenor has begun their charge, but see, I think they took too long to come in.
Oh, shameful day. Our army is running from the field. We must rally our men before all is lost.
Also, and a couple other things that I think they made an issue with. Number one, they came in too late here. So that means that the dwarves have the ability to reconfigure their forces as needed to respond to each threat. So that's not great. And then the worst thing is that they've gone on the offensive with spearmen. Like, these aren't the guys you want launching an attack. Like, they're better than the tunnel guard for certain. But shock infantry is what you should be leading with.
Oh, shameful day. Our army is running from the field. We
Having
must
to hear
rally
that
our men
voice
before all is lost.
really aggravates me. Anyway, I think I'm actually going to turn off the speech so I don't have to hear him keep saying that. But anyway, going back to what I was trying to say. Yeah, just have the effect sound on. And press play again. Going back to it. Sorry for the interruption. Yeah, they shouldn't go on the offensive with an army that isn't offensive. At the very least, if you're going to have this many archers, you should wait for your enemy's archers to be like out of ammo before you then deploy them at your leisure. Yeah, it's... I don't know. On the balance of probabilities, I reckon that the dwarves are probably going to win this one. I think had the Edhellond cavalry been more effective, they probably would have won. But yeah. Also, I don't know how these guys are still in the fight, but good for them. Fire. POV, you're an elf. They're gonna fire. Yeah, like they're severely outgunned. And now they're just focusing on the warriors, which, fair enough. And see already, Numenorian spearmen are breaking. They're deploying their hammers over. Yeah. Now they've started deploying their fire arrows, which might help break them. I actually want to see how these guys go toe to toe with each other in terms of battle. Also, if you guys have seen the Rings of Power trailer, tell me that these dwarves really do not look like the bodyguards that we've seen. Because I'd say they do. They look fairly close to it. In comes a unit of the Khazad-dûm warriors flanking around. I've never seen that much red on my screen before. That is amazing. Yeah, now slaughtering these guys is a very good idea, because if you don't, well, they've pretty much made a sandwich out of your spearmen. There goes a shattered unit of Numenorian spearmen, and yeah. He goes now with multiple arrows to the back of his neck. This is smart. This I approve of. So whittle them down bit by bit. But just looking at it, yeah, once this unit breaks, they're going to be able to swing around with this force, take them out. Durin is still operating. I don't know if I necessarily say sniping the enemy general is exactly the most fair of things to do here, but I think that'd be the only way to even out the battle at this point. The tunnel guard are going to tear the heavy infantry apart. It's over there. What unit is that there? Anyway. Going back to it, yeah, these spearmen are fighting more or less equivalent enemies, but it's just a case of the units that they're going to be fighting outnumber them by so much that it's not worth it. The crossbowmen are going to redeploy, either behind them to shoot them or just to have a face-to-face shootout with the archers, and once that happens, yeah, they're more or less done. The armoured swordsmen still losing. So, yeah, Numenor doesn't have much of a reserve left. And yeah, things are moving more and more in favour of Khazad-dûm. Their hunters have shattered. Their general hasn't even deployed, I realise. But yeah, they've lost most of their archer force, and they had an inferior archer force too compared to the dwarves. Relying on hunters, which are the lowest of the low that Numenor can field, compared to the engineers, which are really elite, and the crossbowmen, who are more professional. Yeah, these units are being piled up. You just look at the amount of reserves that they have. This unit of heavy infantry is holding, but not for that long, not with the crossbowmen literally shooting into their backs. Yep, and they've been shattered. Still going to get shot up a bit. And what's left? Literally Tarmiriel, who's pulling back. That's the only unit that Numenor has left. Yeah. Unless the biggest chain route in history happens, I don't think that the two-player alliance is winning this. Although, if they focus down doing the fourth, they might potentially stand a chance. If I was them, I'd be opening fire. The moment these dwarves close with them, they're done. There's not a unit around that's going to be able to withstand this many enemies. Okay, and in they come. There goes the standard bearer, cut down where he stands. And yeah, Tarmiriel and a Royal Guard, I don't think are going to stand that much of a chance. Though it is cool to see their unique shields come into use. I kind of wish there was more like decapitation and like, dismemberment and blood. To make it that little bit more cool, I reckon. Yeah, guys, it's cool seeing a general v general fight at the end of the game. Regardless of if it's a, well, foregone conclusion, but still. Love that deep purple. And now they've been flanked by, you know, the warriors. Yeah, this is quite the imagery you see. Elite Numenorians fighting dwarves surrounded by bamboo. Also, guys, in the comments, if you can think of a plausible scenario about how this battle could have gone down, like in universe, what could have caused such an event to happen, please let me know. I'd be kind of interested in the headcanon of that. Maybe Khazad-dûm is expanding too much and the resurgent Kingdom of Numenor decides to fight back against them with the assistance of Edhellond. I don't know, maybe something like that. There goes another warrior. And where is Tarmiriel herself? I mean, the unit's putting up a good fight. Is that her there? I can't tell where she is herself, funnily enough. You'd think she'd be right there. Might pull out. I don't know, because it shows it on this unit here. But I've got no proof that it is actually her. I don't know, maybe it is. The armor doesn't look any different. Anyway, we may as well just sit back and enjoy watching these dwarves just hack apart the elite of Numenor. And yeah, the balance of power is, well, you can kind of tell. It's a very drawn out battle, I'd say. And just as I say that, the unit shatters, does it? Yep. And the survivors are put to the sword, slaughtered where they stand. A close defeat, the game says. I don't know if that's necessarily the truth. I wouldn't say it was a clear-cut victory from the beginning. It really could have gone both ways. But anyway, we'll end the battle, we'll check out both armies and see how they did. But yeah, I definitely think that the dwarves played better on the whole lot, generally speaking. I don't know, they very much outplayed the opposition. Very nice seeing the beautiful emblem of Bree right there. Just love it. Nice white horse of Breland. I was going to say the pale horse, and I remembered, no, that's something else. So yeah, looking at the army deployed, dwarves deployed, yeah, almost 3,000, lost over 1,000, killed almost 3,000, so very good. Looking at Mekiekan 13, who I believe was playing as, yeah, I think he was Gondor. Oh, Numenor. I keep mistaking those two. He was playing as the Kingdom of Numenor, not the Kingdom of Gondor, even though, well, you know how they all transition to one another. So yeah, he brought 2,000 warriors to the battlefield, lost 1,700 of them, only got 600 kills. And then Elanish deployed 1,300, lost 1,000, and only killed under 500. So yeah, numerically the odds were just slightly in favour of the Alliance, but as a whole, yeah, I'd have to give it to the dwarves here. We'll check out the unit statistics to see how they did. So looking at Durin, he got 116 kills, very nice. Khazad-dûm Hammers 158, 197, quite good. Khazad-dûm Warriors 110, 156, 176, 224, that's pretty good. Engineers got 541 kills, that's amazing. MVP right there. Another engineer's got 352. Crossbowmen got 133, 185, 151. Yeah, all of their units performed adequately, if not far and above what they were expected. It's not really a surprise. Turning to Numenor, Tarmiru got 115 kills, which is, for a general unit, you kind of wish that they would have gotten more. The heavy infantry didn't do that great, which makes sense, nor did the spearmen, they did quite poorly. Again, they're a defensive unit. The armoured swordsmen, their offensive infantry, didn't do great either. And their hunters did quite abysmally, so yeah, none of the units there really did great. The best scoring unit being Tarmiriel and this unit of armoured swordsmen. And then Ellanish's Galadrim force, well, not the Galadrim, but Edhellond force did, yeah, not the greatest. This unit of Galadrim House got 110, which is alright. But apart from that, the rest of the units did quite poorly. So yeah, overall I'd have to say very much a resounding victory in favour of Khazad-dûm and Sarah Temma, who, yeah, as it stands, great job winning the battle. I mean, you designed the mod and now you've won the mod, so cheers to you. Anyways, guys, there we have it. This is my battle replay, or rather my cover of this battle replay. If you, as I said earlier on, if you guys want to send in battle replays, send them either directly to my email linked to my channel description, or send them to me over Discord, whatever one suits your fancy. If you guys have enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. I know it might not seem like much to you, but for such a small channel, it is massively appreciated. In the future, there will be more videos coming, be they battle replays or rankings of different units, as well as just going over the units of factions as a whole. With all that said, guys, this is your host Jakov, signing out.